Welcome to another episode of the Planet Coaster series, and we're going to be starting out working on this little eating area, and then we do a bunch of stuff. But first we are going to be switching out these tables. Again, I was never really happy with how the candy tables looked. Like, the color theme just wasn't right. I liked the shape and everything of them, but I just don't think it was working for the area, so I'm going to be switching it out. I'm just double checking to see that I didn't want any of the other tables, but I just decided to use the ones that match the benches, and I think it turns out pretty good. Beyond that, I think I add 2 more seats, and that's pretty much all that I end up doing in this area. I do consider doing a roof of an area, kind of like having the sides kind of open, but still having a roof so that it would be a bit warmer, but I didn't really know how to tackle it or how well it would look, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time figuring that out, so I'm going to move on. Here I think is where I'm going to be starting to try that out. Yeah, I was going to find a pillar and see how that would look, but I couldn't think of how to do the roof. The biggest piece that kind of stopped me is that there's no corner piece of the gingerbread roofing system. It's only the slanted bits, unlike in the Halloween area where they have a corner that rounds out the walls so that it would make it a square. So yeah, after not being able to find anything that would work for that, I just kind of gave up on the concept. Here I'm trying to remember what I wanted to do. Like, I knew I had something planned in this spot right here, and I was like, was it one of the shops? No, because there's food and water and all of those things right here. So what was I planning? Eventually I'll remember that it was a staff room, but I think I'm gonna, yeah, there we go. I finally remembered it was a staff room for the people in this area to go to. But it's not gonna end up sitting right where I have it right now. I'm gonna move it and turn it to the side. And also add a bathroom, because I think I saw somebody who really needed to use one, and I realized there wasn't one in a very long time. So that was a pretty big priority, was to get a bathroom in here, and I thought I might as well put the staff room on the side, because it seems a little weird to have the staff rooms in the main front, like, because that's where guests would go, you know? I don't know if it makes any sense in the way I'm articulating it. But, you know, like when you go to Disneyland, I never noticed the staff areas because they're kind of tucked away and hidden, because it's not really intended for the general population of the park. So that's why I kind of wanted it just off to the side of the bathrooms. Probably could have found a better building to have it attached to opposed to the toilets, but it ended up working. It is a weird shaped house, but I kind of like it. I do move the bathroom back a bit because I didn't like the way that the 2 gaps, like the doorways, I guess, line up with the arch that I had. This was a pain in the butt. I don't know if I actually ever even fix it. I wanted it to go straight onto the path, but apparently that was too much to ask. So we got 2 weird curvy paths. I even tried to do something like this to make it work better, and then having a path that connects it, but oh, no, I do get it. Haha, yes. Yeah, that was way more work than it should have been to just get a straight path into the bathroom. Yes, hello, Syrie. My cat is just standing between me and my mic. Hello. She's sniffing my face. She's so cute with a little rabbit nose. Sniff, sniff. They can't hear me. Move. There we go. So, filling out the areas on the roof, and we're going to start putting on some decoration. No matter how much decoration I put onto these houses, I always feel like I'm being showed up by the default houses that I've placed, because they put so much detail into it, and I'm just not creative enough to come up with a different style than what they've done. And so I worry about it just not looking very good or looking very plain. I think part of it is because the walls and the roof and them stuff. Stop hitting me with your tail in my face. Here, get down. I go. They're very plain on their own, and so it's really hard to not be too repetitive or copy too much of the same ideas and still have it look good. I don't know. I'm not good at this theme. Trying my best. I think it would go well if I wouldn't use any of the defaults, but it's just so much easier to use them every once in a while, you know? So here we're putting up the snow on the edges of the roof, as we do in all of the areas, just because it looks cool. Even if it was kind of more of a pain than I would have ever thought it should have been, to get everything lined up and placed where I wanted them, and gaps and all of that. And this being a 2 high slope opposed to the 4 which we have on the side, none of the pieces fit right. Well, I guess on the 4 side it didn't really either. Yeah, I don't know. The slope stuff doesn't work very well. And here was kind of a pain in the butt because I wanted it to face directly down like this, but these icicles, but it just didn't want to do that. If it was aligned to the surface, it would stick out at weird angles, and then if I did it so that it would stick out sideways. So no matter what I did, I had to be adjusting it, which was a pain in the bit. Really happy to find somewhere to use these really big icicles because they're really cool looking, just not something you would want on most houses because they're not 2-story, and so they would kind of go from the roof to the ground. That's happened on my houses, but I've had that conversation before. Yeah, I kind of wanted to try having a different chimney because, like, the brick chimney is pretty iconic, but so is the ones that are, like, black, and they're just, tubes, I guess. Yeah, I kind of wanted something like that. I decided to go with red for some reason, but I do actually, at the very end, I don't even know if it's in the sped up bit, but I do end up removing it. I'm not happy with the way it looked because everything is gingerbread and it's not, but I still really want that concept. I just don't know what else I could use for it. Getting this to flip the right way was a pain in the butt, especially because the angle of it, the axes of it turned out to be in such a weird sort of right, sort of off. So it was very difficult to work with, but here I'm trying to add something around the door to make it look cooler, really. But again, working with these were kind of a pain. It would have been nice to have inverted versions of them without having to do it yourself, but it's a simple enough task that I understand why they didn't make 2 of everything. It just would have been easier. So yep, that's going to be what around the door looks like. Eventually I'll copy that to the door around the staff room, but not for a long time. Again, I'm just looking for candies to put around the edge or anything to help kind of spice up the building because it's just so plain. I also don't know why this worked so well with the these chocolate stick things on the front of the house, but it would not work on this side. And the reason I was copying that heart is because of that glitch, or I don't know if it's purposeful, but where if you have 2 things one on top of each other and you copy both of them, the axis is going to not line up with the rest of the build, so you can't just like drag over. But if you do, you know, the 2 things that are on top of each other and then something off to the side, it realigns that so that you can easily move things along the build opposed to only being, I think the world axis must be what it's aligning itself to. I don't know why it only does that if you have things on the same vertically. I don't know why. Again, it's still plain, so I was trying to add some cool Christmas lights to kind of spice it up, which I do think looks nice. Kind of wish that the other builds had the Christmas lights, but they don't. And this side of the building ended up being so plain with the windows and just the adding this wreaths below it really helps, but I'm still going to be spending a whole lot of time trying to figure out what I want to do over there. I do enjoy what I end up coming up with. I do like the look of these like default windows and doors that they have, but for whatever reason they seem so out of place, mostly I guess because all the other builds do the icing. It kind of looks like plastic. I mean, it all kind of looks like plastic, but you can easily convince yourself that they're supposed to be big candies. But the red door and the one with the window with the red shutters, they just look really, really fake in comparison to everything else. Like, it doesn't make sense in the context of the candy, I guess. So, I don't think I'll probably ever use them in this build. They might be nice in different builds that aren't the Candyland one, but here I'm trying to think of a way to have some kind of Oh, it took me a long time to figure out what was on top of that, but it's coconut, I guess. That's what it says. But I wanted, all I can think of is shutter. Like an overhang above the windows. I don't know why I've never noticed this Christmas tree made out of the candy. It looks really cool, and I think it might have fit better in that area when the train landed, because it's just a bit wider, but this was the first time I'd ever seen it. Now we're looking again for more to add to spice things up. I did want to have this behind the candy cane, or the Christmas lights, but it just wasn't lining up well, so we just have it along the bottom to add a little bit something, because I didn't want to do like the M&Ms, which are not called M&Ms, even though they are clearly that. I guess that's because it's, you know, a brand name, but it's like sugar or candy chocolate circles or something like that. I love when things can't use the actual name of things, so they have to use these really generic names, because they're just so funny. Like, everyone knows what they are, but just hearing them described that way is quite amusing. But yay, I finally found something to do for the overhang that adds just a little bit of something on that side. It adds a bit of texture and something nice to look at. So I was pretty happy when I came up with that. And good lord, is it hard to get the staff room up to 100%. I don't even know if any of mine are up to 100%. Like, I have all of this frosting and the lights and all of these things on this build, and it's just not doing it for them, apparently. And even by the time I finish this sped up bit, it's still not up to 100%. But I don't know what else to add to the area without really cluttering it, because it's such a small box to be trying to decorate. It has almost like the same stats as a ride, but you have that long queue to fill up, so I don't know how to fix it. But here we are, back in the real time. Ugh. The frame rates. It's so bad. How you doing there, buddy? Restroom. There we go. Don't have enough money. God, that's driving me nuts. Though I was doing another game of this. It was one of the careers, and it seemed like putting the ATMs right out to the outside the bathroom was really working. So maybe I should edit this to include that. Might do that at another time though. Magic Cats was fixed. Thank you. I wonder if anything really needs refurbished. That would be a good time to refurbish it, wouldn't it? Since it's already been broken. It's established. What's its... That's high reliability. My butt. Going breaking on me. God, look at how many people we have in our park. Awesome. Most of them are still using all the stuff towards the front. Just so you know, I'm kind of considering ending this series at... This is what? Episode 26? Like episode 30? I think I'll probably still do Planet Coaster. It's doing pretty well on the series, you know, in comparison to everything that I do. And I still enjoy it quite a bit, but I think there's just too much space in this park, and it's causing all of this lag, and I don't think I'm making the best park I could, because I'm trying to keep everything spread out, whereas if it was on a smaller map, I would be comfortable kind of getting everything closer together, and I think that would benefit our park. So I think I'll get what I can done into this area, and then I think I want to do one of the careers. The ones that have, you know, all of these, it's not challenges, but like goals, and there's 3 tiers. I think that's what I want to work on, is doing one of those. I think it'll be a lot of fun to do. And they're usually, the land is a little more restricted, and I think that would be good for us. So that's something I kind of look forward to trying out. They also always have really strong themes, and I work best if there's a strong theme to base my stuff off of, opposed to kind of creating my own themes. So that's just like a heads up that that'll be something that happens kind of soonish. Oh man, can you imagine? Load please. This is massive, holy cow. But it like swings. Can you imagine having it swing off over the side? That would be terrifying. For sure. Just like if we were to do this one again. There we go. Having this come up and around and then have it pointing over the edge of the mountain would be terrifying. I am trying to find something that would work over here. I'll obviously move this tree. But I want some rides over here as well. I've considered putting some like right here, but I think I'll do more of the shops and ATMs and stuff over here. And then have this guy. But we kind of want something with a... Ooh, I like this. This is a good one. Let's see if we can get it to fit. Let's try removing this tree first. Sorry for hitting you, the mic. Let's get this ride. Things with a higher excitement seem to do better. Not that this has a very high excitement. I just like the look of it. What in the world am I even... What does this even do? What a strange looking contraption. Huh. Let's test play it and see what it does. Because I'm super curious now. Ooh, that sounds intense. Okay, so lifts up, puts you at quite the angle. Oh wow, it's still going up. Nope, that would be terrifying. So what can we adjust on this? Ooh, we can adjust pretty much all of the colors. Oh my god, it's going higher. Well, that's terrifying, isn't it? Goodness. Alright. Let's get... Where does the entrance? Over here. I'd actually rather this turn around then. Grab that. Turn it out. Nope. For some reason I continue to think that the shift is what I want, but it's never what I want. Right there. It kind of hangs off the edge. Okay with that? I think I am. So the... That's kind of hard because the path to exit is right here and that's where we want our mechanics coming, so we want that path as short as possible, I feel like. But it seems like it'll have to be kind of long to get up and around. And I think that would mean that because they all exit here. And then... So... this ride is definitely meant to be angled like this to the path. There's no entrance. I'm aware. Thank you, though. I feel like this over here is like way too far to be adding a new ride onto. Over here is not really conducive, so this is what we'll get. Alright, so do we have to be that tall? Oh, ooh, we can even have it kind of covered in snow. I like that. Oh, it took away the snow. Well then, fine. At least it's on the ground level, so we don't have to deal with stairs and stuff like that. Let's get ourselves an entrance. And we'll put at... See, there is a way to do it so that we only have to have one path, so that the path that people exit on also lead into the ride, but that makes it quite short. In the middle. Let's do that. That is our entrance. We'll place the exit not off the edge, over here. Though, I wonder if they'll exit only on one side. We'll have to see how it works and then adjust accordingly. Let's get some proper... Would you please go to work, people? We need more people who are vendors. Like the idle vendors. Please delete. I'd appreciate it. So we go. Pardon. I kind of want to be able to add a little bit of a quick queue. So we'll have it curve around like so. And wrap around like these. And turn and attach. Or get mad at me. Nope. Yes. That. And then we'll add the priority pass to go right here. Enable. Place it. And we'll have it start right there. And we'll have it exit right here. There. Doesn't give them much of a priority path, but that's fine. If you make it so that they have priority into the queue, so people have to let them in first, that seems to help. So we go here and we'll put high priority. So it doesn't give them much of a shortcut, but it does allow them to cut some people. So hopefully that's good enough for them. Let's go ahead and open it for now. I will be adjusting the sequence and stuff later to make sure that I have the best stats that we can. Finances, prestige. Let's see what are we at. 4. So go up to like 12. Not gonna make us a ton of money, but should do something for us, which is cool. Can I change the black out? Yeah. Let's go with like a deep red, white. Ooh. And change the purple to like so. Yes, this is looking much cooler. Ooh, and like the red and the white here looks really good. It makes it look kind of like candy canes when it's on that. Yeah. What's funny is, I think if you look at, I think the Great Horse is a good value. I know. Was this the, no, okay. I was like, I swear to God there were like snowflake looking shapes, but it was this guy that I thought looked like it had snowflakes in between the rides. So this might be another ride that we place. It's gonna be hanging off the edge of it though. How does that look from a distance? Not great. We'd have to do something to help that look better. Maybe build out an area for it to be on or something. I'd rather build something than try to get the mountain to look good underneath it. I guess I could move it down a little bit, but this way we can have our... Oh, there's no exit. I need to give them an exit path. They'll never show up. They can't get off of it. But if we can have the queues kind of close to each other, the decorations from both will count for both. So that's a bonus. There we go. Now you can get off the ride too. That's really weird setup. I don't know. We'll have to see how it works. Oh, no. No, it would work better. Raining. Putting this exit. There's no one on it, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and... There it is. Move the exit. We just put it, like, there. That makes so much more sense. It's still a long way to go to get to this person to fix it, but that's fine. It doesn't look so weird. And if we have the queue to this one close to this, we can just spam decoration here and we'll get both rides up to that 100% that we'd be looking for the prestige. Just so... Yeah, I think... Ooh, not prestige. I'm sorry. Scenery rating. I'm so sorry. I still have that... Wow, they're like... so up there. Ugh. Anyway, so I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.